Hello, you guys. Welcome one more time to my class. My name is Diana Vasquez, and it is my absolute pleasure to have you here again. So we are going to start. I told you that today we're going to be talking about leisure and present progressive. That is our grammar for today. Make sure you have your materials. It is never excessive to repeat what is that we're going to be doing. So first we're going to be covering vocabulary. All our vocabulary is related to leisure activities, so things that you like to do, hobbies, things you do in your free time. That is our first thing. Hello, then we're going to be covering the grammar, that is present progressive. I sent along a PDF with some grammar notes on present progressive, so you can use those to follow my presentation if that is easier. And before we begin, I'm going to repeat, I'm very insistent with this because it's really, really important. So I'm going to repeat our vocabulary steps, and I'm going to try to help you with the real life connections, okay? Of course, with pronunciation, real life connections. So the first step, this is vocabulary. Okay, this is for vocabulary, to gain vocabulary, to build vocabulary, to speak more fluently and clearly. So our first step is always going to be note-taking, and that depends only on you. I cannot do it for you. I cannot make sure you are doing it, so I'm trusting, okay? All I have is trust. So number one is going to be note-taking. Remember that since we have to do this very quickly, I need you to take notes while we practice pronunciation, okay? So try to do the two at the same time. The second step is going to be pronunciation. And pronunciation times 2, because we are going to pronounce each word twice, at least twice. Sometimes when I say that the pronunciation might be a little bit more challenging, I try to do maybe an extra or 2 extra drills, but a minimum of twice, okay? Then number 3 is going to be establishing real life connections. So seeing pretty much how you can use that vocabulary in your life, okay? And the fourth one is going to be definition. Okay, or definitions. Try to provide a definition for each of those terms. So here, very important, the ones that with the blue tick depend on you on 100%. Okay, so note-taking depends on you. Real life connection depends on you. I'm going to try to help you. I'm going to try to provide some questions, but establishing the real life connections depends 100% on you, because real life connections are personal. They relate to your life experience, and nobody else has lived your life but yourself, okay? And then we have definition that depends on you. Now, this one right here, you are going to do, or you are going to complete this step once the session has ended, okay? This one, while we are doing the pronunciation, so these two go hand in hand, they go together. And then the real life connections, I'm going to try to provide you with some questions. Well, I present you with the vocabulary, but if we don't have time to cover them all, then this will depend on you, and this is something that you could, and you are more than capable of completing after or once the session has ended. Okay, so let's start with our presentation. I'm going to pull up the presentation. I'm going to share it with you, and we are going to start. Remember that we have the same 2 learning objectives always. The first one related to vocabulary, the second one related to our grammar skills for today. Okay. So there we go. Our topic for today is leisure activities. As I said before, leisure activities are things that you do in your free time, or things you do because you like it, because you enjoy it. Okay, so let's go with the first one. Oh no, with the two learning objectives. So the first one is to learn vocabulary related to hobbies and pastimes. Some of these you may like, some of these you may not, and some of them you may have never even tried, okay? And that is all fine. I'm just trying to make you familiar with the vocabulary and with the infinite possibilities that we have out there. And the second learning objective is to talk about what is happening at the moment, okay? So let's start with the vocabulary. Our first word is dancing. Okay, dancing. So let's repeat that. Dancing. One more time. Dancing. Okay, so to establish the real life connections, how do you feel about dancing, you guys? Is that something you enjoy? Something you don't? What is it? In my case in particular, I love dancing. It's one of my favorite activities. I really, really enjoy dancing. I love music and I love dancing to all kinds of music. I'm not the best dancer, but that's not gonna hold me back. I'm still gonna dance. Okay, the next one is playing instruments. Let's say that again. Playing instruments. Very good, you guys. Now, I think it's a talent. I'm really, I admire people who have this talent, because it is a talent. I mean, there is no other word to express this. Unfortunately, I don't play any instruments. But I do admire people who can play instruments. So I hope you play an instrument, and if you don't play an instrument, I really hope you have the interest in learning how to play one, because I think it's an awesome skill. I mean, if you don't know it and if you're not interested, that's still fine. I don't know how to play instruments. I would like to learn it, but I don't have the time right now, but I would like to do it in the future. Okay, next, swimming. So let's say that one more time. Swimming. Okay, how do you guys feel about swimming? Do you like swimming? I like swimming, but I'm not very good at it. Okay, so like I can swim in a pool, but when it comes to the ocean or a lake or a river, I don't dare. Like, I can get in the water, but always like with protection, with the life vest or something, because like I don't trust my swimming skills. So I don't want to die, I don't want to die yet. So no, I'm not going to risk it like that. But swimming is awesome. It's a really good exercise too. So if you like swimming and if you're good at swimming, I admire you. Okay, next we have exercising. Some people love exercising. So let's say that 2 times, exercising and exercising. Okay, I am not the best at exercising. I am more on the lazy side, I would say. But it's awesome. I mean, I try to exercise sometimes at the house, especially, but it is what it is. It's not my cup of tea. Next we have watching TV. Let's say that again. Watching TV. Very good, you guys. Okay, watching TV. Yes, I love watching TV. I'm more like a couch potato. I don't exercise, but I watch TV a lot. More than I should, I have to be honest. More than I should. Okay, so watching TV. What kind of TV shows do you watch? Me, I'm a big Netflix fan. So I try to find everything on Netflix, like documentaries, TV shows, movies, all that stuff. I love Netflix. Okay, next, we have cooking. And let's say that one more time. Cooking. Okay, so The other day when we were talking about food, I told you that I was not really good at cooking, and I told you that my mom is the best cook ever. And so I don't know how to cook. I am not the best one. You know what? I feel like right now you're like, oh, but Miss Diana, you're terrible at everything. And I might be. It's sad, but whatever. So anyways, cooking, I don't like cooking like on a daily basis. I don't like cooking every day, but some days I feel like I really want to cook, and I enjoy cooking a lot. But it's like some days, like if I have to do it every day, maybe I'll be like, oh, I don't want to cook today. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? Let's find this recipe and let's try to make it. And actually, I'm not good at cooking, but I can follow recipes. So if I follow a recipe, my food is gonna be delicious. Okay, reading. And let's say that one more time. Reading. Okay, I love reading, you know, like I love reading novels. I love reading. I think it's funny. Some people might find it curious, but I love reading children books. You know, I love fables and all of that, but I also love like literature for like adults. And so I hope you like reading. It's awesome. And let me tell you, like if you're learning a language, any language it is, in this case English, but if you're learning French or German, Spanish, any Chinese, I don't know, any language that you're having interest in, reading is something that you can really do to enlarge your vocabulary. And so if you can find books that are like, you can find books that are for language learners that have like different levels. So if you can find a level that fits your speaking level, your language level, that'd be awesome. And that would be like a really nice strategy to learn the language and to improve your language skills in general. You know, because you would think it's only vocabulary, but it has a lot to do with grammar as well. Okay, then we have painting. Okay, painting. I like painting. I'm not an artist, but I like painting. So let's say that 2 times. Painting, painting. And I want you to know that all this talking we're doing is to meet our 3rd standard, that is making or establishing real life connections. Okay, so all this talking that I'm doing when I present you each of the leisure activities is to try to establish real life connections. Okay, then we have taking pictures. One more time, taking pictures. I think taking pictures right now is the big thing, especially with all the social media. I'm not a big fan of taking pictures of myself, you know, like I'm not into taking selfies, but I love taking pictures, and I love taking pictures especially of my dog. I love my dog, and I'll be taking pictures of my dog all day, every day. Okay. The next one is singing. One more time, singing. Okay, so I'm not a good singer. I'm not good at singing, but I love singing. Okay, so I sing in the car. I sing in the shower. I sing when I'm cooking. I sing when I'm cleaning. I sing all the time. And some people are like, oh, but you're not good at singing. I'm like, I don't care. I just like it, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, next we have listening to music. And you guys, who doesn't like listening to music? You know, like we might differ in the type of music we like, but we all love listening to music. So listening to music is one of my favorite things to do. And of course, you know, like when I'm singing, I'm listening to music. When I'm dancing, I'm listening to music. If I'm cooking, even though I don't do it very regularly, I'm listening to music. If I'm driving, I'm listening to music all the time. I love listening to music. Okay. Chatting. Again, chatting. So chatting is, or let's say that in the past it was talking, okay? But now with all this virtual world that we live in, it has taken a different meaning. And chatting is like texting, okay? So like on your phone or on one of the social media platforms or anything like that. So what about you? Do you chat a lot? I chat a lot. I think I chat a lot. As a matter of fact, like I don't talk on the phone. Sometimes I have to, but it's not my favorite thing to do. I like chatting most. Playing video games. So let's say that again. Playing video games. Do you like playing video games? I love video games. As a matter of fact, here in my house, we have an Xbox, we have PlayStation, and we have a Nintendo Switch. We play them all, and I love them all. And I have each console for a different type of game, but I love video games. Okay, next we have skating. Skating. So I personally love skating. Okay, like if I have to exercise, this will be like my favorite way of doing it. Skating. I love skating. Let's say that one more time. Skating. Okay, very good, you guys. Then we have camping. Again, camping. Okay, I have never been well, no, I'm lying. I have been camping once. So I have done it once and I liked it. I would like to do it more often, to be honest. I think camping is cool, no? Just like to go into the woods, and I think it's nice. Okay. Going shopping. Going shopping. How do you feel about going shopping? Me personally, I like shopping, but I don't like going to the malls. So I try to do most of my shopping. I don't shop a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I don't shop a lot, but when I want to shop or when I have to shop, I try to do it online. Okay, doing puzzles. One more time, doing puzzles. Okay, how do you feel about this one? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It's like so. It's more like when I'm in the mood. If I'm in the mood, I'm gonna do puzzles, and if I'm not, maybe not today. But yeah, doing puzzles is fine. Okay, next we have doing crafts. Again, doing crafts. How do you feel about this one? Is this something you like? With me, it's the same thing as with the previous one of doing puzzles. I'm like, it's more like it depends on my mood. If I'm in the mood, I'm gonna do it. If I'm not in the mood, I'll be like, no, thank you. Okay. Then we have playing sports. Again, playing sports. Okay, what about playing sports, you guys? Do you play any sports? Me, I don't play any sports, but I like watching sports. You know, like I like watching football. I like watching tennis. I like watching cycling. I like watching skating, swimming. Playing, not so much, but definitely watching. Then we have collecting. You know, like there are some people that collect different items too. Just as a hobby, and that's fine, collecting. I don't think I collect anything. Well, maybe I collect, well, I don't know if it's collecting, but because I am a teacher, I have all the pens you can think of, all the color pencils you can think of, you know, like different brands, different colors, with glitter, no glitter, gel, no gel. So I have them all. I have a big collection of pens that I rarely use, but okay, maybe I do collect, but I try to excuse that behavior on me being a teacher. Okay, then we have riding a bicycle. In bicycle, even though it's the formal name or the proper name, people tend to say bike. Okay, so riding a bike or biking. Is this something you do? I like riding a bike. I like riding bikes. And I think I don't do it too often because I am afraid of the cars. I think it might be dangerous unless maybe if you go to a place that is like for bikes only, it's fine. But like in the street with cars, I don't dare. I don't dare. I think it's dangerous. I think sometimes drivers can be aggressive, and I'm not willing to take the risk. Okay, then we have surfing the internet. Okay, so again, surfing the internet. And well, for surfing the internet, I think it's very popular right now, no? I mean, we all have to surf the internet for one reason or another. And, you know, like for work, for pleasure, for school. So yeah, surfing the internet is something I do a lot. Most of my time I'm on the internet because I'm working, or when I was finishing my master's, or you know, like I'm planning my lessons, and when I have some time off, I'm still surfing the internet, maybe on social media. So yeah, this is something I do a lot, and I would say this is something most of us do a lot, maybe more than we should. Then we have bird watching. Bird watching. Okay, I enjoy bird watching. As a matter of fact, we have here the backyard, and I feed the birds because I like seeing them. I like seeing the birds and the squirrels, so I like it. How about you? Do you like it? Okay, our next one is grammar skills. So our last leisure activity was bird watching, and now we're going to start with our grammar skills. As I said before, the grammar skill for today is present progressive. I'm going to show you, and here, like if you have the packet that I sent you, the PDF with the grammar explanation, you can use it if you have it now. If you don't have it, what you can do is just, if you print it out, make sure you have it beside it. If you did not print it out, just open it on a second tab. If you don't have it, that's fine. I'm still going to show you all the information on the screen. I just thought it was better to have it there and for you to be able to manipulate it as you like, instead of me just showing it to you. Let me drink a little bit of water. And we're going to start with this explanation. So, first of all, what is the present progressive and what do we use it for? So, very important. We use the present progressive to talk about things that are going on right now, things that are happening right now, happening as we speak. Okay, so at the moment of speaking, we use the verb to be, and the verb to be in English can be am, is, and are, and add ing to the base form of the verb. Things to take into account. What is the base form of the verb? The base form of the verb is the verb without conjugation. Okay, so when we say eat, that is the base form, no conjugation. Run, play, watch, dance, listen, those are base forms. The verb with no conjugation whatsoever. And as I said before, it's present progressive, and the name itself explains why it is progressive. It is progressive because it is in action. Okay, so if I ask you, what are you doing? Okay, what are you doing? Like right now, in this moment, what are you doing? So you say, I am studying. And then you ask, what are you doing? And I can say, I am teaching. Okay, so that I am teaching. I am teaching, you are studying. I am speaking, you are listening. Okay, so that is our present progressive right there. Let's keep going. Oh, and one more thing to take into account is that the present progressive needs two parts. The first one is the verb to be, as we said before, am, is, are, and then we have the verb with ing. So I'm actually going to stop sharing right now, and I want you to focus your attention on my whiteboard. So I can give you, in case you are not familiar with this, I'm going to give you which form of the verb to be goes with what person. Okay, so we are going to have here the pronouns. And we have here the verb to be, okay? So in this case, for example, be is the base form without conjugation, but we're gonna need it here with conjugation or conjugated, okay? So we have I, you, then we have she, he, it. I'm just gonna write them here so we have, because I don't have enough room here. Then we have we and they. So if you know the answer, I need you to help me. If you don't know the answer, just pay attention. So the verb to be for I is am. Okay. Can you see that? Yes. Okay. The verb to be for you is are. For she, he, and it is. For we is are. And for they is are. So this is the first thing that we have to take into account when we are going to build a sentence or make a statement using the present progressive. We have to use the person, we have to use the verb to be, and then we have to use the verb we want to express with the ing at the end. Okay? So let's keep going. Let me share screen with you again. Let's go back to the presentation. Okay, so the explanation continues as follows. So I am plus that V that you see there in capital letters stands for verb. Okay, so verb ing. For example, I am, or contraction, am cleaning the room. Then we have you are in verb with ing. You are, or you're, eating ice cream. Then we have he is plus verb ing. He is resting. She's playing. It's jumping. Then we have we are, verb ing. We're eating ice cream. Then we have you are, verb ing. You're drinking. And finally, we have they are, v-ing. They are, or they're, cleaning the room. Now, you can see that you have you twice. This is because the first one is making reference to one person, and the second one is making reference to two or more. Okay? So, singular versus plural. Okay, present progressive. Remember, important, remember what I just explained here and what we just saw on that chart. The present progressive has two parts. We need both parts to say something in the present progressive. There is no present progressive without ing, okay, with the verb in ing, and there is no present progressive without the verb to be. If you don't have the verb to be and the other verb with ing, there is no present progressive. So those parts are mandatory and obligation. They are not optional. You have to keep them both at all times. Okay, spelling, very important. So in the verbs that end in E, we drop the E and add ing. And we have an example. The verb base form is shine, okay? Ing, shining. And then we say the sun is shining. The sun is shining. So you see, shine ends in E. We drop that E. We don't need it. Take it away. Erase it. Do something with it. But you don't need it there anymore. Instead of the E, or that E is going to become ing. And then in the sentence, you have the sun. The sun, that is the subject, the one executing the action, that in this case, since it is an object, the sun can be replaced by it. Okay, because it is an object. So it. What is the verb to be for it? Is. Okay, and what is shine with ing? Shining. So the sun is shining. So this part that you have here, the sun is shining, is your sentence in the present progressive. Okay, next. In short verbs, one syllable verbs that that end in a consonant. So a verb that has only one syllable and that the last letter is a consonant, one vowel consonant combination. So it has it ends in a consonant and it only has one vowel. Okay, so the last letter is a consonant and it only has one vowel. We double the last consonant and add ing. We don't double letters W, X, and Y. So again, if we have a verb that is one syllable only, okay, that verb has only one vowel. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. And the last letter is a consonant, meaning it's not A, E, I, O, U. We have to double that last consonant and add ing, okay? Except if the last consonant is W, X, or Y. And we have two examples. So we have run. Run is one syllable. It has one vowel, right, in between the R and the N, and it ends in a consonant. The last letter is a consonant, that is N. So run becomes running with double N. And we say Moby is running. And then we have sit. So again, one syllable, it ends in a consonant and it has one vowel only. So sitting, double T. I am sitting. That is what I'm doing right now. I am sitting. Now, you might ask, well, Ms. Diana, how do we know how many syllables are there in a word? And this is the tip I can give you. Pronounce by clapping, okay? And depending on the number of claps that you get when you pronounce a word are going to give you the number of syllables. So, run, one clap, one syllable. Sit, one clap, one syllable. Create. Again, create. So create is two syllables. Create. Okay, let's see. Wash. Wash, one syllable. Wash. Let's see. Think. Think is one syllable. And so on and so forth. Okay, so let's keep going with this video. But before I show you the video, let me pause here for a second. Okay, so I'm going to show you the video. It is a 2-minute video, and you are going to have the present progressive in use. Okay, so it's one of those videos that I've been sharing with you with the robot. Okay, so let's watch it. There you go.
Hi, Moby. Thanks, Moby, but not now. I'm cleaning the room. Hi again. Yes, the sun is shining. But I'm working now. Sorry. Yes, it's Ed. He's playing. Sorry, I'm cleaning now. Hi again, Moby. Oh, Ed and Nikki are eating ice cream. You're eating ice cream too. Oh, Moby. Okay, Moby, it's a good idea. Thank you, Moby. You're a good friend.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to stop sharing screen right now. And before we continue with our final activity, I want you to focus your attention on my whiteboard. Okay, you guys, so now that I have your full attention, let's go here. And I just want to clarify this with you because I have seen during my years of experience that this is a mistake students tend to make a lot. So I just want to help you with this and give you this explanation so it doesn't happen to you. What do we do with verbs that end in Y? Like study or like fly. So I have seen, and I'm going to use red to show you what the mistake is. I have seen students that turn this, drop the Y, and instead of Y, use, sorry, no, they don't drop the Y. They keep the Y. Now I'm confused. Wait, no. The mistake, you see, this is because it's a mistake. They drop the Y and they replace the Y with ing. This is a mistake, okay? Same thing if we did it here. Same thing if we did it here. We drop the Y and add ing. This is a mistake, you guys. So we do not drop the Y. We don't drop the Y. We have to keep the Y and then we add ing. So this is a mistake, and the right way to do it, I'm going to do it with purple so you can see the difference. So we have to get rid of this because this is wrong and we are not going to do that. We're better than that. We're starting to be better than that. So we keep the Y. We keep the Y. And we add ing. Okay? And one more thing that I want you to take into account. There are some verbs like these two that I'm going to give you here. So lie, okay? And if you don't know what lie is when you say something that is not true. And we have die, okay? So these two verbs, and I'm pretty sure there are more like that. It's just those are the two that I can think of right now. But these two verbs end in two vowels. They have one syllable and they end in two vowels. I-E, I-E. What we are going to do is that when we're going to use them in the present continuous, we keep the L and we keep the D. But these two letters are going to become Y. Let's use a different color to mark that they become Y. And then we add ing and ing. So these are spelling tips that I want you to take into account. Make sure you have taken those notes. And knowing that, before we continue, we have like 5 minutes left. So what I want you to do, guys, is that we're going to go back to the pictures that I showed you on leisure activities. And we are going to try to say what they are doing in this moment using the right structure of the present progressive, okay? So let's share screen. again. And we're gonna start here. Okay, so we have three people. So the right sentence with the present progressive would be, they are dancing. He is playing instruments. He is swimming. They are exercising. They are watching TV. They are cooking. They are reading. Remember, all the two parts that are essential. Verb to be, verb with ing, and of course, if we want to say the three parts that are essential, in English, you always have to name the pronoun. In this case, the pronoun is they, then we have the verb to be, that is are, and then we have the verb with ing, that is what you already have there, that is reading. So they are reading. He is painting. He is taking pictures. They are singing. They are listening to music. They are chatting. They are playing video games. She is skating. They are camping. They are going shopping. He is doing puzzles. Nobody here, but we can say you are doing crafts because we don't have a person. They are playing sports. And the last one is he is collecting. Okay, guys, so I really hope that this grammar, oh, I forgot about this one. I thought we were done. Oh, we have three more. Okay, never mind. Let's do these three. So he is riding a bicycle or riding a bike or biking. The three options are correct. She is surfing the internet and he is bird watching. Okay, so now we're finished. Those are all the activities that I had. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you have learned something. Don't forget the spelling tips. I'll let you, I don't know, screenshot it or write it down very quickly because this is something that I did not include in your packet. So make sure you take note of that. Thank you very much for your attention. I really cannot believe it's already been 5 sessions. But I hope to see you on our next session. So I'll see you then. Study, keep the Y at ing, fly, flying, keep the Y at ing. For lie and die, they end in 2 vowels, IE and IE. So you only keep the first letter, the initial letter. So for lie, L, IE becomes Y, ing. And for D, you keep the first letter, D, IE becomes Y, ing, dying. So thank you very much. That was all for today. Take care, and I will see you during our next session. Bye-bye.